sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, on first and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get foul. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. This one fielded at the and nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Gun! 4 down!
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down.
Good break up, baby. All day. Keep breaking them balls
well, I think
up.
that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Detroit!
Look to throw.
Here we go.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's where you belong.
Well, that's going to look like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate.
We got 4.
Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use the spy, you're telling your guys
Watch
to
him
keep
now,
your
Barney!
eyes on him, because when he
4
breaks
Be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And able to get him out. He's taken down right at the 20.
Hey, we got 4.
Partner,
We got 4
today's
down.
NFL
4
is
down.
really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes on. That way you often control the game.
And they go the wrong way. Hot. To the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard.
It's easy work, and it's coming again. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch the run.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Yeah, baby.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Leopard. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey. Gun.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose Wilson brings up second down.
Crash, crash, crash!
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Baby!
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the throw football.
Leopard!
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Showing it!
On the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Nicely get off. Pretty decent gain.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
We got 4. Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Blitz.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him.
Right. Get it.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's
They
one of
don't
those
want it.
safeties.
Keep playing
I
the
will have
hard,
to say,
fellas.
I think the number one thing he does best is
Let's get
This
it.
drive on the road, you come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Double tight.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The second O'Neal there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run, such a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
We got tight left. 4 down.
He'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Don't be mad. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball out because
Let's go, defense. Get out the field,
And
defense.
he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Rhino.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You got him. You got him. Shell. Mike, check. 59. 5. Dula. Mike 5'9".
And now whistles and a flag.
Yeah,
And
that's what I do.
So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So it's 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone
lift.
infraction.
Lift.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Lay down.
Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Move. What's that? 4 down. Run.
He'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in. Hey, stand.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
have December left.
More football.
They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
Run!
Home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeing.
No! Check! Patriot!
For this team, right? Because right where they're sitting,
Hold on!
a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep it
Hey!
Sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a game.
Gun!
Second and about a yard.
Tight end right! Watch you now, Barney!
He's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. The Jags picking up the first down, a gain of 12.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. He's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time
Back
run.
99 Philly, here we go!
He showed us in college.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And they'll bring him
He don't
down
want it.
at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple
Here comes
of
the blitz.
catch at second.
Come on now.
And Barton, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal.
Right
Because
there.
everything
All right,
is
now,
right
lucky
at
56.
completion.
Lucky 56.
Couldn't turn it into much more.
That was complete to D.D. Westbrook. They're going to have this across
Okay,
midfield.
we got
and
four. We got
inside
four.
the 45.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive is going to end, but how about the way they flip field?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Tight right. No. Check. Patriot. He's coming. We got double up.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more
Ringo.
downs to play with.
So
Tight ends on
second
the
down,
Ringo.
still 10 yards to go. Throw now on second and 10. He's got a man. It's Lee. And he'll get it down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far.
All right, now,
This
lucky
is third and
56.
4.
Lucky 56. Gun!
Set to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin
That's it, huh?
Jenkins.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
First touchdown on the year.
Yeah, baby. We got it. Fumble!
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these
76, help.
special teams
76.
coaches, with approval by the
76.
coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be a good Red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And not
You
much
don't want no
more to
problem.
get it to the 11,
don't want no
maybe
problem
the
with me.
12-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game.
Listen.
The better linebackers are reading a play
Five,
and
five,
throwing to make
five.
the stop.
Kill. Hey, turn it out.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting
yeah!
4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Single. Check number 6. Check number 6.
Back him. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down.
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's it, baby.
On the
That's
tackle there,
it.
Luke Kuechly.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
One for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25
Right.
on
Here we go,
second and
fellas. Here we
10.
go. Tight on the right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. And just lost track, and it cost him.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, second and 15.
4 down. 4 down. Alert.
Lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
I got you, punk.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Yeah,
There's
baby.
another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Well, they don't need
Heavy,
to run
heavy,
another
got
play
heavy.
here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see
Come
if
on,
they do
16.
it anyway.
I'm coming, 16. All day, baby. Come on. Come on. Whoa. I'm coming,
And
baby.
down he'll go at the 25.
Get that quarterback. Get off.
Minutes remain here in the first half. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Back to Oakland. Boy, it's another boomer. And now out come the Jags.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Mike's 56. I got one.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
The beauty of scoring
Yeah.
Kansas is
Oh, let's go, D.
develop.
That's what I'm talking about, D. That's what I'm talking about.
They take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly
Detroit!
to attack a screen?
Typically a
Tight end,
blitz,
tight
and
end.
even though people think that the screen...
All right, now, lucky
operates
56.
against the
Lucky
blitz,
56.
If you have the blitz
The heavy traffic is intercepted. Picked off at his own 10.
That's it,
and
baby.
First and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. And that pick just sets them up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a
Jester,
defensive meeting
Jester,
back when I
Jester.
was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be
Heavy,
Who You
heavy.
Are defense.
Hut.
Be
120.
You play the run.
Hut.
Linebackers, be aware of
Into a double team, and it's picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as they get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go.
Gun!
last week. All that skilled as a mathematician.
Leopard! Leopard!
Like a matter of
Gun!
Defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
56 to Mike. Gun! It's parting out.
Hawkins has it.
Hot!
They get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here it's 3rd and 2.
56 to Gun!
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
It's very difficult, especially
Gun!
like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout
You
your
won't
practice
do-
sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? And who can match up with him
Nice,
without
sweetheart.
weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities. But
Detroit!
always making sure no one's holding.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Win the rep. Gun! Mike, check 33.
Being chased out left. And he's going to go down.
Boom! That's
Back at his own
all day.
5-yard line, it's a sack. Chris Long in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now this one from about 2 counties over.
All right, now,
after the
lucky
sack,
56,
they come up on
lucky
a
56.
second And very long.
3 down.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
Crash
Give him
down.
5 yards on the run, and it'll leave him with a definite 30 on the horizon.
Watch you now, Barney.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 40, 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
Teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again,
And again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And they will will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
Come out here with a
Hardball,
0 on
hardball.
the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
4 down.
Shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically,
Guilt trip is here, baby. Guilt trip is here.
in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Watch tight.
We'll
Tight
find
is
out pretty
right.
quickly here if they feel like
What's
they
that?
had something going, but they didn't.
First to his right. It's back up. And they get him down,
Yeah,
but not
baby.
before he
Boom.
takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush
Strong
out to
right.
his right
Strong
to try and
right.
evade
Strong
people.
right.
On the run, had to get on
Tonight.
his horse.
Watch tight. Watch tight.
Taken down.
Outside's coming. Outside's coming.
He's the one to get him, and that's
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day. All right.
20 yards
One
to
out.
go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
4 down. We're good. We're good. 25. Check 25.
Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and
Here we
he's
go.
dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Hey, tight ends right.
This
Watch tight
offense
ends.
in
Zero,
desperate
zero.
need of a conversion as they come
We
up
got
on
4.
third down.
Here we go. 180.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, check. 59.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Throwing for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
I got him.
They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Detroit!
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it?
Tight end to the
They
right,
score
boy, tight end to
here,
the right.
especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels
We got
that
3.
way.
3
and I
down.
think
3 down.
you know the scoreboard is
Crash,
still
crash,
up there and
crash,
the game's going to go on. But you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive to come back and win can be taken with another score.
Back
right
99
here.
Philly. Here we go.
But you just get that feel.
I
Yeah,
know
they're
you
teetering
felt
right
that
there on
one.
the brink, aren't they?
Gun!
Let's make these babies cry all the way back
And
home,
this
yo.
is taken in at the 5.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Down, Jaguars.
Here they come. Hot.
His third touchdown now on the year.
Blitz.
And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambo to kick this one away.
There it is, kid. There it is. Baby.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
Double tight. Hey, boys, we got 4. What's that?
Escaping the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
All day, every day. All day, every day.
Yet Yet another interception. And
My
I just
bad,
had
guys.
to double-check my
My
math.
bad, guys.
But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it.
Detroit!
The thing that
Detroit!
always throws me when you can do to change it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it.
All
And
day.
he goes
Sack
down.
City. Sack City, baby.
From his line,
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
able to drop it for a loss of about 10.
Check.
And the job
Leopard.
becomes twice as
Leopard.
difficult now.
Ah!
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking.
Gun!
Just
Gun!
kicking the ball.
Gun!
He's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break
56
that
to
one
Mike.
soon.
Oh, you got these?
A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 37.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play.
Gun!
Oftentimes you get lost in coverage.
Shit!
Running a little bit underneath.
Shit!
And when you catch what we just saw there, the end result can be a
Three down.
big
Three
play.
down.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They probably blitzed that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead,
tight, guys, double
he
tight.
flipped it on its ear and ended up picking
Three
up
down,
positive
three
yardage.
Able to turn that
Alert
into a
three.
positive gain. 7 yards on the pickup there.
Rush
Now
it.
he
Rush
gets
it.
the goal.
Rush it.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good
Detroit!
philosophy.
Detroit!
Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
We got three. Three down. Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains
tight,
at the
double
8-yard
tight.
line. 2nd and
Go
goal.
tight. Under 10. Under 10.
A nice
10.
run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Run. Run.
You've
Run
got
and
the
run
lead.
it.
You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit! Detroit!
3rd down all day
Kill,
long.
kill.
Can they
Watch you now,
convert
Barney,
another here
Barney.
on 3rd and goal?
Check.
Gurley. Maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. What a start
Yeah,
so
baby.
far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will make the lead down 26. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
So out come the Raiders. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime
Xerox,
they went
Xerox.
through some possible changes. Well, those changes are...
It's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You go on these changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side.
Here we go.
Because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so
Watch
far,
tight.
just being
Tight end
calm
right,
hasn't
tight end
exactly
right.
worked.
They need any spark at this
Not
point.
180!
Again, and tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Run.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets
Last
up
stop.
a 3rd down and 4
Last
now.
stop. Watch tight end. Tight right.
Here we go. 180!
4 down.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain.
Run.
And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play.
I know you feel that.
A critical one here if they're going to have any
Listen.
this thing. So they'll go
Tight ends
for
on
it
the Ringo.
on fourth
Tight ends on
down.
the Ringo.
Lights on that.
Now this is incomplete. Boy,
Yeah,
looked like
baby.
he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by
right,
that
tight end
deficit.
right.
They haven't made plays that are going to
Three
keep
down,
them
three
in
down.
the game or
Hey,
win the
check.
game.
Kill.
It boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Leopard.
Woo, baby. Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
That's it, baby.
Pickup, and they'll be faced with a third and inches.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there.
Gun!
They wanna keep going forward,
Gun!
and they won't put the onus.
All right,
on the
now,
big
lucky
fellas up
56,
front in
lucky
order to bring this
56.
one home.
Pick it up through the air. And that is caught.
Touchdown, baby.
Jacksonville. As his guys
Touchdown.
are for 6. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner. All time. He used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
But
was
she's
one
singing
guy.
too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune at
yeah,
this point.
she left Scales way behind. They used to sing something about the party was over.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit
got
of it.
one,
but
I
it
got
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell.
All day.
For his 5th sack of the year.
Here we go.
Complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It got his man complete.
Hot.
Big play that time for the Raiders. 51 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. They start to press up on you. Push
Single,
them deep.
slot.
Find some
Hey, you're on an
space
island over
and
there.
open
You're on an
things
island.
up again.
Here we go,
Being
slot.
aggressive there, I think,
180.
for them.
16.
And he's going to be
I'm going to come back to you.
time.
I'm going to come back to you.
Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take this
All
one
day,
home.
baby.
It's a
All day.
touchdown. You start to feel sorry now for the young man
That's
throwing
a
the football. This
takeaway.
is really turning
Now
into a
that's a
disaster.
takeaway.
Listen, it's baptism.
That's how the
Right? This is
defense
almost a
score
rite of
points.
passage. This quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a
Here we go,
long
fellas. Here we go.
field
Here we
to
go.
cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Double tight. 4 down.
Al, we go.
Mike, check. 59. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe.
Al, we go.
Find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Crash.
And they work this well upfield, a across the 45.
Here comes the
Goes for
ball.
the gain
I
of
see you, boy.
31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the
tight,
ball
double
downfield.
tight.
But when you can pick it up in big chunks
Four down,
and
four down.
strike
Check,
like
check.
that, have explosive plays, that's often
Mike's
the difference in
5'9",
winning
Mike's
and
5'9".
losing. Those are the plays that can knock the defense off the victory.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Roberts. Takes
That's where you
this to
belong.
the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
All right.
Second and 2
One
after
out.
that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Right. Let's go. 12. Let's go. Right, on the right.
Pressure right. And he's got this down to the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half.
Hey, boys, we got
no
4.
quitting.
Shell.
And he's going to be taken down.
Come on, let's go.
Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
4 down. Blitz.
He's going to get this out to his fullback. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle,
We got
but then
4.
quickly
We got 4
brought
down.
down.
4 down.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to be staring at a
Easy
third
work,
and
and it's
long
coming again.
here. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and 15.
Hey.
Obama.
Watch that.
Get in right side here. Beckham.
Yeah,
And he got
baby.
blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
And this is going to be incomplete.
baby.
They
Yeah.
had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10.
3 down.
3 down.
You got tight right here. Crash.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
We're seeing more and more of these plays.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
To the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive line? And more guys who are a lot more mature and can get out and run that type of a play.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Back 99 Philly, here we
Just
go.
as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. Right there. They just got one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
4 down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time... And they'll be facing a third and 12.
Watch you now, Barney.